The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 11 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships, offering Nissan, Kia, Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, and the resale division with locations in the greater Rochester area near you. Visit visionauto.com. Hello everyone and welcome to the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates. We begin our look at Section 5 sports with the girls of Harley-Allendale Columbia cross country. Led by Coach Dan Deckman, the Wolves have a 71 league meet win streak and are ranked 9th in the state in Class C. Here's Tariq Spence.
Exceptionally muddy, and muddy means slow. It's a great challenge. I think I've told a lot of you guys, I consider muddy weather to be real cross-country weather. It makes it more fun, it kind of levels the playing field across competition. Their fifth, believe it or not, their fourth and fifth runners run right with you. Like you guys ran the exact same time.
HAC's girls cross-country team may be a small school, but they're posting some big numbers, like 67 and counting. That's how many consecutive meets they've won. All right, so Coach, you've had quite a season thus far. You've won 2 out of the last 3 years at the McQuaid Invitational. So what is sort of the mantra you give to your runners out there to keep them motivated and spread this goodwill and keep the streak alive?
So the kids work really hard. They've bonded. They work hard in terms of running and the physical effort that's required of the sport, but also to build a team culture. Our motto that we talk about all the time, it's on our bulletin board inside, is a quote from Rudyard Kipling, which is the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. And in cross country, you need a pack. You need a pack of runners.
When I became part of varsity, it really became clear that was a team sport, and you can't do well without the support of your teammates and without helping them. And it makes it much more fun too.
For the Cotter sisters, the cross-country team provides more than just a way to stay in shape.
And what year did you join sort of running or cross-country, or did you play other sports?
So I was a swimmer for most of my life. My mom was a competitive swimmer when she was younger, so I knew that I was going to do swimming, but then I wanted to do cross country to train for swimming and get ready, and then I found that I really, really liked it. So I joined the modified team in 7th grade, and my love for cross country just grew from there.
Do you two get competitive?
It's really nice because we have a very nice relationship with each other where we help each other succeed, and it doesn't really matter which one wins as long as we both succeed and do our best. And so it's really nice because we run together, and I know that I won't be upset if she gets second and I get third, or I get third and she gets second, because we work together to make the team better.
Team bonding extends beyond practices, including the volunteer events in the community.
So we thought it was important this season to do something to give back to what's really a dynamic running community here, and do something outside of just our own team. So we ran one of the key water stops at the Rochester full and half marathon this year, trying to encourage the other runners who are out there, provide nutrition and hydration to them, but then also kind of helping them up a really tough spot in the course.
It was really fun encouraging the marathoners, just seeing them smile when we were going up the hill with them and pushing them to do better was really great.
The HAC Wolves have had no trouble excelling at big events, winning at McQuaid and the Mid-Lakes Invitational this year. Not bad for a team that's from a, quote, small school.
How does that make you feel coming from sort of a small school and performing so well?
I think it shows that just because we're from a small school, it doesn't mean we're not working hard. I feel like we work just as hard as any other school. I don't want to say harder, because all of these other schools, in order to run well, you have to work really hard. But I feel like it proves that we work together really well, and that what we do in practice really pays off for our meets.
Lauren Browning, a 2018 graduate of Allendale, showed up to practice with the team while on break from Gettysburg College.
You're a part of the HAC family, but you could have just slept in. What made you come out to practice on your day off?
Well, once you're a member of the HAC family, you are a member of the HAC family, born and raised. And I don't like waking up in the morning, so it is a commitment to come out, and I
I would do it again and again because I love this team and they mean a lot to me, and they've really shaped me who I am as a runner, into who I am as a runner, and they mean a lot, and it's the reason that I'm running in college and continue to run is because of my love for the team and the love for the sport that I developed at AJC.
The season's almost over and the sectionals are right around the corner, and the girls cross country team for HAC are hungry for another championship.
Being part of a successful team, part of the ingredients of that is hard practices, and I feel like that really helps us bond as a team because we're all going through the same crazy hard practices together, and that really helps us bond. And we also bond on like the rides to buses, the bus rides to meets. You can always find us like listening to music or braiding each other's hair and putting ribbons in our hair, and I think that, as well as with everyone's work ethic, really creates a really strong team.
From the Harley School, I'm Tariq Spence with the Vision High School Sports Beat.
Thank you.
Coming up, Paul Gotham joins us for the Dunkin Donuts High School Notebook. We've got that and more when the Vision High School Sports Beat returns.
Bacon, egg, cheese. Only one way to make this better. Another one. Dunkin' Go-Tos. Get 2 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches for $5. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Vision High School Sports Beat. It's time now for the Dunkin Donuts High School Notebook, brought to you by Dunkin Donuts. America runs on Dunkin', and joining us as always, Paul Gotham from PickandSplinters.com. Paul, it's a great time to be a sports fan. We got hockey starting, so it's a great time to visit PickandSplinters.com.
And we're right in the thick of it. Full recaps, you got full articles. You want to find out what's going on with boys soccer and football, you come to Pick and Splinters. Kevin Aklubja. And we got the Brick City Classic this weekend and RIT hockey, so you're going to get plenty of coverage from that as well.
Oh, fantastic. All right, Paul, they say it's important to peak at the right time of the year, and there are a lot of teams in soccer right now that are peaking at the right time of the year.
Think about this. Class A, your top 4 seeds are combined 32, have a combined 32 unbeaten streak, 32 game unbeaten streak. It's interesting to look at them. The top seed, Churchville, has only won 5 straight games going into the into sectionals. The 4 seed, the Wayne Eagles, have won 12 straight games. Wayne is ranked in the state for the first time in longer than anyone knows, and they have plenty of guys to back it up. Cullen Bach, Matt Gentile, Devin Ledoux are leading a Wayne team that's outscoring teams nightly, and it's been an incredible thing to watch Wayne make this run. What's interesting, though, is you have a Brighton team that has the shortest winning streak there, and it's 4 games. But Brighton closes its season by going on the road and beating nationally ranked Clarence. If you have a statement win, that is a statement win to go into the sectionals. I would not want to play Adam Hiller's group. They're finally healthy. Their leading scorer Gabriel Barraclough-Tan was injured quite a bit this year. They finally got everybody back, and they're starting to win games. And oh, by the way, in the middle of it there, you got a Spenceport team that's undefeated in 11 games. Had a chance to go out and see Spenceport play Webster Thomas. Another shutout for Spenceport. Tommy Etzler, the 21st year coach. It's amazing to think Tommy's been at it 21 years because he still looks like he's about 35. But they're never going to do good enough for me. Never going to do good enough, and they continue to roll. They've gone from having 2 losses in their first 4 games to now being the 2nd seed in Class A. We haven't even mentioned Arcadia, Athena, and Pittsford Sutherland. Sutherland was a state semifinalist last year. Class A is going to be get up off your couch good. Get outside, bundle up, because it's going to be cool, but you really need to see this action.
We've talked about that bracket before, and it is literally anybody's game.
Well, and then your guys, the East Ridge Lancers, all of a sudden in the last 8 games, 6-1-1. And nobody saw that coming because they started off the season 0-4, 0-5, and now they're starting to put it together. I'm not going to say Eastridge is going to put together 4 wins, but they're probably going to knock somebody off. And they start against Sutherland. Those two teams ended the year in a tied match.
Yeah. Who are you picking?
Who am I picking? I don't like making predictions, but you're talking about that game in particular?
No, I'm talking about the bracket.
Overall, if I had to pick one team, I like Brighton's chances just because of the games that they've won here at the end. The chances of Churchville and Brighton meeting in the sectionals, that'd be a wonderful match.
Outstanding. Looking forward to it. As always, Paul, thanks for joining us. And we'll be back with more of the Vision High School Sports Beat right after this. Coming up next, the Making the Grade nominee with Kim, and later on, looking for sectional tennis glory in Greece. We've got that story when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues.
Welcome back and thanks for watching the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson.
Our honoree for making the grade this week is Logan Holgado, a senior at Wayne Central. In a class schedule packed with AP and IB classes, Logan somehow manages to balance a busy school year as a 2-sport athlete. He's a 3-year varsity starter for his high school's basketball team, where he helped to lead the program to their first back-to-back sectional titles. Then in the spring, it's on to baseball, where last season he was the MVP of the Class AA tournament. Logan is also one of Section 5's best hitters with a batting average of .521. Logan is busy in the classroom, maintaining a 92 average. He scored an impressive 1310 on his SATs and is looking at several colleges to study marketing. Nominated for his drive to succeed in all he takes on, this week Logan Holgado is making the grade.
If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. Send them in to info@classywolf.com. And now here's Dave with the McArdles Section 5 Spotlight.
Well, thanks, Kim. Here are some of the athletes, teams, and coaches making news in this week's Section 5 Spotlight. Brought to you by McArdles and Fairport. Come home to McArdles. Newark grad Micah Wright had a career day for the Maine Bears, catching 10 passes for 125 yards and a touchdown in an upset win over Rhode Island. Micah has 4 TDs in 6 games this year. Webster's Micah McDonald won her 2nd straight Section 5 golf championship, and the senior followed that up with announcing a commitment to attend William and Mary next year. More good news in Webster as Catherine Gamble made it back-to-back Class AA section titles on the tennis court. The Canandaigua girls cross-country team had a strong showing at the Manhattan Invitational, finishing 6th overall and placing 5 girls in the top 75. And now a look at the Varsity Media top football plays of the week. And we will start at number 5. Arcadia junior Cayman Crumity is going to get to the outside and go 69 yards. That will put Arcadia on top 7-0 over Eastridge. But the Lancers score the next 28, and they get the win 28-14. How about at number 4, Fairport running back Dante Cochia. He is going to bust some tackles and then bust it up the middle, going 60 yards, and what a day for him. 263 yards. The Red Raiders beat Penfield 41-13 the final. At number 3, Olympia senior quarterback Alon Jenkins is going to just throw up a prayer, and it is answered. Scotty Parr on the receiving end, one of 4 touchdowns for Jenkins, but Victor wins a slugfest. 52-32 is the final. At number 2, HFL quarterback Turner Wilson looking end zone. You know what? When you got a guy who's 6'5" on your team, might be a good idea to look for him. Derek Childs pulls it in. The Cougars go to 6-1 with a 14-8 win over UPrep. And topping our list this week, welcome back Freddie June. Irondequoit's quarterback back after missing last week. June is going to look to pass, then decide, you know what, I'm going to take care of things myself. But not totally by himself. Check out the block coming up. Boom! Right there. That's going to spring him 57 yards. The Eagles take it 42-7 over Rockport. They are 7-0, and they're ranked number 5 in the state in Class A. Up next, Greece Odyssey girls tennis looks to grab some gold at sectionals. We've got that story when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Welcome back, and thanks once again for joining us on the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates. This segment of the Vision High School Sports Beat brought to you by the Injury Free Coalition and our friends at Leo's Bakery and Deli. Please remember to always wear your seatbelt in the front and back seats and to focus only on driving when behind the wheel of a car. This message courtesy of the Injury Free Coalition for Kids Smart Teen Driving Program and our friends at Leo's Bakery and Deli. The girls of Greece Odyssey Tennis are having quite a year, with a doubles team playing for the sectional title and a pair of singles making it to the sectional finals for the first time in school history. Here's Paul Gotham with the Leopards' history-making team.
As Greece Odyssey girls tennis coach Corey Perry prepared for individual sectionals, he adjusted his lineup accordingly.
For all coaches, we have to have a tennis ladder. So you basically, at the beginning of the season, you play all the girls multiple times, and basically you have to put your first girl at number 1, second girl at number 2, etc. Individual sectionals that we're advancing to is a little bit different because you can take your 2 top girls and make them a doubles team. So as long as you're not stacking, putting someone that's worse than someone else over them, you can set that lineup so that's basically by strength.
This meant taking top singles players Mariah Carson and Jillian Smith and combining them for a doubles team.
Well, Mariah has been on the team since 9th grade, and she's gotten to the Final Four as a 9th, 10th, and 11th grader in doubles. And I put Jillian with her the last 2 years, and she's also gotten to the Final Four. So as a coach, I thought our shot was better to have them playing doubles, but then that leaves our 3rd and 4th singles to go into the tournament and play the top prospects of the other schools.
Enter Kelly Jenkins and Erica Schneibel.
First of all, it's me putting them in a tough spot. They know that they're going to be playing the number 1, number 2 of most teams, and both Erica and Kelly go in. They beat Mid-Lakes number 1 and 2, so they advanced, which was fantastic for us. Then they had to play best 2 out of 3, and they play 2 top prospects from Harley and from Pelmac. Ended up losing that, but with tennis, you get a 3rd chance.
The seniors rose to the occasion. On a day when temperatures outside hovered in the upper 80s, the mercury inside the Mendon Racket and Pool Club climbed to 90 degrees. Schneibel beat her opponent from Sodus. Jenkins came from behind in dramatic fashion to knock off Batavia's top singles player.
That has not happened in 20 years of me coaching, that a 3rd and 4th was able to get to this next step of the play-ins, so I was pretty excited.
What was going through your mind as you're playing all that?
It was, I came last year to the individual sectionals, and I know that I wasn't as much of a competitor as I was this year, so it was a really great opportunity for me. And as I was playing, just, consistently telling myself, oh, you messed that one up, okay, get this next one, and, continually, trying to find improvements throughout my game.
What made the difference for you on that day when you had all that success?
Honestly, working really hard and pushing myself, and then also I just got lucky, my serves went in, and that was really what made the difference between the game. There's a lot of talented girls in Section 5, and definitely had to compete that day, but I'm glad that it turned out for the best.
For Carson and Smith, they had to adjust from playing singles all year to forming a doubles team.
It's definitely a challenge, but not with Jillian. We work very well together. It's all about communication, really. If the communication is there, then you're going to be a successful doubles team. You have to know what each other's strengths are in order to account for that in the matches. So this year it's been going pretty good.
So you play singles all year. What are the adjustments going into playing doubles?
It's very different. You got a person at the net, so you just have to think of that, and it's not just you and the other person. You have to think about what your partner's doing as well, and it's a big adjustment, but it's easily made.
And the thought of advancing to states?
If I'm able to advance to states, it'll probably be the best part of my high school career. I've been playing tennis for 12 years, 5 or 6 for the school. So being able to say that I was in states would be definitely a big accomplishment for me.
Mariah Carson and Jillian Smith won Class B and advanced to the state qualifying round. Greece Olympia High School, this is Paul Gotham with the Vision High School Sports Beat.
Well, we'd like to thank our sponsors, especially the 11 dealerships in the Vision Automotive Group, for making the Sports Beat possible. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week with the Vision High School Sports Beat.